Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be putting a shutoff valve on my lawnmower here. It's getting close to wintertime and I'm not going to be using this as often, so I like a fuel shutoff valve on my equipment. So today I've got this packet of 3 fuel shutoff valves coming with clamps and everything from HiPa, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to install these. Alright, so this packet I got is a packet of 3. I'll be doing it on probably my weed eater and my trimmer edger as well. But I'm just going to show you one for now. So basically the idea is turn the valve one way. That way is off, and then in line. So I'll show you. And then in line with that way is open. So open for flow, in the flow of the hose, and then off. And I will be installing this on my fuel line from the tank to the carburetor right here. There's just enough to get that in there, and it doesn't matter which way you mount it, that way or that way. It's still going to flow either way. And there's going to be just enough hose to get me enough to get this in there. So you can get extra line. The same people make fuel line. So if this is not enough distance, or if your hose is rotted, you can replace it completely with a new hose from HiPa as well. But I don't need it. I'm just going to use the hose I have on there. It should be fine. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is pull the fuel line off from here. And if you haven't already drained the fuel out, fuel's going to drain out here. So what I did is I just cut a cup, set a cup underneath there, and then catch all the fuel that comes out of it. That way you don't get fuel everywhere. Just let that drain into there. If you got a lot of fuel in there, you might need to dump it out into something and then put it back underneath there, which I think I'm gonna have to do. Okay, once you've got your line off of here, take a good look at it. Make sure that make sure it's gonna be reusable. Make sure the hose is in good shape, because if you try to reuse it, a lot of times when you pull these hoses off of here, if they have never been off before, you end up destroying them, and you're going to need a new fuel line anyway. If there's some damage in the middle, that's probably not going to matter, because you're going to end up cutting that out to fit your shutoff valve in there anyway. So if there's any damage in the middle, really not a big deal. Just make sure your ends are still good, so that way that you know they're going to seal. The clamps that came with the kit, you're going to make sure that those are going to be the right size to fit on this, and it looks like mine are pretty good. So pull the clamps off the rest of the way. And these vice grips probably aren't the best to use, but that's what I got for right now. And you set your valve up next to it. You can always cut more off, so it's better to play it safe. So I'm going to make a mark right here for this side. I'll make a mark, let's say, there for this side. Then you take your brand new clamps, so when you put this on, you're going to want the clamps facing the outside. That way if you ever have to pull it off, easy to get to. And then the arrow, this is going to be fuel tank side, this is going to be carburetor side. And then you're going to want to also put the clamps on for the other ends of the hoses as well. And same thing, make sure your clamps are facing to where you can get to them again if you need to pull it off. Makes it easier for you and the next guy. Now you just put it in, move your clamps over to keep it tight, and then turn your valve on and you've got fuel. Everything's situated back into the lawnmower here. I was able to move my clamps over. This barely just fit in here. But now I'm able to valve closed, valve open. It's nice and sturdy, it's secure, And now I can put fuel in it and leave it stored for the winter with the valve off. That way my carburetor doesn't get all varnished. And you also, when you do that, you also want to probably drain your carburetor. That way, come springtime when you're ready to mow again, fresh fuel goes in, you're good to go. Thanks guys for watching. I'm going to put a link in the description where I got this on Amazon. You can get all the HiPa products on Amazon. All these small engine repair, 2-stroke, 4-stroke. They come with all kinds of carburetors, gasket kits, all that stuff. So check them out. This valve worked perfect. The diameter was spot on. Everything fit. The clamps were just like OEM. So highly recommend their products. So if you like what I do on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.